LiveFit Nation, welcome. We are here with another interview. Alicia and I are now in nation's capital. This is the nation's capital, right?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Right? Okay, yes, Washington, D.C. I am here with Karen and Michael.
Hi!
So Karen and Michael actually have a very interesting LiveFit story. We were talking about it a little bit earlier today. Karen has been with LiveFit basically since the beginning of season 2.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about, you have a little bit of a unique story in general. So briefly, tell us a little bit about your story and how you came to find LiveFit and your weight loss journey.
Sure. I was diagnosed with stage 3 thyroid cancer 13 years ago. And before that, I was very active and fit and worked out a lot, and then got sick and took a long time to get kind of back on my feet. And so I put on some weight, and a lot of that was just from not being able to work out. But a lot of it too was mental, that I just thought I was fragile, I shouldn't do certain things, I need to be careful. And then I did get sick a lot with bronchitis and things. So I just started to eat whatever I wanted to eat, because I thought, well, if I've only got a certain number of years to live, I might as well eat Krispy Kreme donuts and do whatever I want. And that was just not a good plan. So I put on probably, I don't even know how much, probably about 40, 50 pounds, because I was underweight because of the cancer. So anyway, I would try a little bit of working out, I would try to eat better, and nothing really was working. I would lose a few pounds, gain them back, and back and forth, back and forth. So in January of last year, I just wasn't comfortable with how I felt, and tired of seeing family photos and not being happy with how I looked. And I just one day just made up my mind this was just not the way to live anymore. And so I started going back to the old workouts I had been doing, and I lost about 15 or so pounds, and I was feeling pretty good. And then I gained 10 back, and then I tried another program, and that was just not really a right fit for me either. And I had friended Shay on Facebook, and I saw this one day she had a post about LiveFit Revolution, and that it was a free program. And I thought, there's got to be a catch. There's got to be a catch. It can't be this good. It can't be this good for free. They're going to come after me for something eventually. So, but I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose other than some weight, and maybe this will be the right thing. So that's how I found LiveFit and got started then.
Okay, great. And so you started with season 2, and then I remember your emails from the beginning, and I remember you starting to mention your husband Michael and his comments towards the program and everything. So how was Michael slowly assimilated into the LiveFit program? What's your story?
My story is I was one of those people that was kind of, I thought, lucky at the time. I felt I had a pretty high metabolism, and weight was never a problem with me. However, several years ago, I had some personal problems that I wasn't dealing with too well, and I pretty much became very inactive, and I wasn't eating as well as I should. I let stress get the best of me, and frankly, I was having a drink every time I came home from work, and it turns out that that's a lot of empty calories. So about a year ago, I noticed that I was getting a little heavier, so I thought, well, I'll try my own thing and maybe lift some dumbbells or weights, but I never would stick with it. I always found an excuse not to do something. Well, Karen started the LiveFit program, and she'd been working out off and on quite a bit, and I saw that she was really dedicated to it. And she mentioned she was doing this program, and I saw what she was doing, and I thought, well, I don't know if this is really for me. It looks like a bunch of women doing these kettlebell things. This is for sissies. I'm a guy. I'll just stick with my weights. I can do it. I can make that work. And so I figured, and I can eat what I want. I'll just work it off afterwards, or I can have a drink or something, but I'll just work it off. Well, as it turns out, that didn't work. And frankly, I noticed Karen, how dedicated she was and how motivated she was to this program. She kept talking a lot about it. And, with hindsight, I understand what this was. This was my wife's gentle persuasion, because she knows that's how she can get the best of me. I don't want to listen to the facts, because I'm a guy, and I'm a guy, and I know what I'm doing. So nevertheless, as it turns out, about 6 weeks later, she said, well, why don't you try the nutrition plan? So I started the nutrition plan, and at that time I weighed about 182 pounds. That would have been about mid-May. So then, after watching her for a while and frankly getting bored with lifting weights and just not sticking with it, I said, let me try what she's doing. So I started watching the videos, and since then the rest is history. I've lost since I've started, about 25 pounds. I've lost over 10% total body fat. I feel great. It's helped me out a lot personally because I feel good about myself, and I feel good feeling good about myself. That's I think what the biggest thing that I've noticed with this.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for that. I know with Alicia and I, we've kind of, this program, we didn't really know exactly the effect it was going to have or how effective it was going to be on a national level. And I know your emails are some of the ones that inspired me to think like, wow, we're actually, this is actually having a really positive effect. So describe a little bit about that. What does LiveFit mean to you in that sense?
Wow.
The program.
LiveFit, when I know that all those beginning emails, it was sort of like just this huge cloud just sort of went away from inside my head and over top of me, where I was always thinking that I was going to get sick or something bad was going to happen with my health, and I never really felt strong, didn't feel capable of much of anything really when I look back at it. And that was sort of the beginning of getting my life back. That's what LiveFit is to me. LiveFit, I feel like LiveFit just gave me my life back, but gave me not even the old life, because when I look back at that old life before I was diagnosed, it was a good life. I was relatively happy, but I was always feeling like something was lacking or missing or wasn't quite right. Even though I was working out, like I told you earlier today, like 6 days a week for this incredible amount of time, and I looked great on the outside, but mentally I wasn't that strong, I think. But with LiveFit, as I said in the little video one time, I'm no longer an invalid. I feel like I can do anything now. I mean, just being able to pick up a 25-pound kettlebell and you just do a snatch, or using a 35. I mean, when I first started, I was using the little 5-pounder or an 8-pounder, and I was thinking, this is so heavy, it's so hard. But my doctor at my last yearly exam, I'm a cancer doctor, she said that I was in the best shape of my life. She said that I was healthier now than I was before the cancer even started. And that's huge to me because, I'm missing, thyroid, parathyroid, all this stuff, and muscle in my neck. And for her to tell me that I'm better off now with all that gone, but I'm healthier now than I was ever, that's huge to me. So yeah, LiveFit has given me, not just giving me my life back, but just giving me a great life, like a feeling of just self-confidence and possibility that the world is just a much brighter place to me. And I think our relationship has always been great, but it's even better now than it was before because we share this together. We understand what each other is going through with, getting the vinegars in every day or eating on plan, or the challenges if you go to a party or someone's home, or if you're at a business meeting or something, that you have that knowledge and you're fortified with that you know what to do in these different situations. And I just feel like I can do anything. Anything is possible to me. Everything is possible. Whereas before I was like, I don't know.
That's powerful.
So that's how and every day I wake up and I'm excited because I think, I get to do kettlebells today. That's the best part. I literally wake up going, I get to do kettlebells today, or I can't wait to see the video. Like, what's Alicia going to say, or what Australian slang is Jason going to come up with, or what are the people in the gym going to do, or what challenges are they facing? That's the other thing too, is that there's a whole group of people that have opened up in the forum or on Facebook that I didn't have before. So like the LiveFit Nation, that is how I feel about it, but it's also like family. People are there, they're with you. If you have a personal problem, if you have something that's great that's happened, there's somebody to help share, that's there, that genuinely cares. So that's the catch, see? That's what...
That's the catch, we care.
That's right.
Yikes.
Okay, so Michael, what would your comment about that be, as well as the effect that LiveFit's had, but besides the pounds, what you've seen with your wife and what you've seen with you in general?
Well, for me, I would obviously reiterate a lot of what Karen said, but for me personally, I look at my life as sort of 3 components: a spiritual, a mental, and a physical component. And I think it's important to develop all 3 of those. But then again, there has to be a balance. And I think what my problem was through various phases is overemphasizing one of those 3 at the expense of the other 2. So for the last few years, I felt that I emphasized the mental and spiritual side of things, but at the exclusion of the physical. And I didn't know what to do about that. And when I found LiveFit and became dedicated to it, I felt, this is how I can, take care of the physical aspect of my life. But yet I found a balance with that too, because I consider LiveFit now a way of life. What I've done is, what I would say is, I have adopted a healthy lifestyle. It's like I got rid of bad habits and I've adopted good habits. And to me, good habits is LiveFit and a healthy lifestyle. And good habits are easy to keep, and they're good to keep. So that's what I would say LiveFit has done for me. It's given me that balance and way to keep the physical side of my life healthy and moving forward. That's what I would say.
Wow, amazing. Thank you both very much for your time. It was awesome. You asked what the catch is.
Yes.
The catch is, like 8 or 9 months later, they're making us dinner tonight, and we're staying.
That's right.
So that's the catch.
It's good to be assimilated.
So seriously, you guys are an inspiration to a lot of people, and thank you very much for taking the time. Thank you for joining us for this interview, and we will see you tomorrow with another interview. See you later.